Ladies and gentlemen, Premises 187. I don't know if you remember my first Fiido review video. That was of the Fiido D2. It was back then and still is a great bike. It was the first e-bike I owned. And out of the three I own right now, it's still my go-to e-bike. But that is about to change. There's no question that Fiido has been doing really well in the e-bike market with their good quality, reliable and modestly priced e-bike lineup. When a company does well, they could take aim at the premium segment of the market. Without further ado, here we have the Fiido D11. Wow.
What we do here is go back.
Woo! I'd say at first glance it's not overly obvious that the Fiido D11 is an e-bike. You've got most of the electrical cables routed through the frame, you've got the battery that's disguised as a seat post, and also you've got the motor at the back there which is tucked away, hidden behind them Shimano gears. Feel free to disagree with me, but whenever I look at the D11, I kind of think that this is what Apple would have made if they designed an e-bike. Just, you could disagree with me on that. It's kind of like a BMX mixed with a Brompton. The flat angular frame is unique, interesting, and it always turns heads.
Electric, no?
Yeah, electric. It does, on one charge you get around 100 kilometers.
What?
And that, my friends, is a great segue into the Fiido D11's battery. It has an 11.6 amp hour battery and it's disguised as the seat post. As you can see, it's a thick boy. From empty, this battery takes around 7 hours to charge, but with that charge you're looking to get 100 kilometers of range if you're just using the pedal assist mode. And also if you just go electric only, you're looking to get around 60 kilometers of range, which is amazing for an e-bike. The back of the battery has a very handy height guide. And here is the amazing thing about having a removable seat post battery. You could just bring it indoors and charge it up. No longer do you have to drag the entire bike into the house and scuff the walls up, carry it upstairs. That, my friends, is a thing of the past. The D11 has 20-inch spoked wheels, which is the same size you'd find on a BMX, which is probably why it got me thinking of a BMX. The tyres fitted as standard are CSTs. They're a brand that are known for making quad bike tyres and all kind of off-road motorcycle tyres. So far I've done around 60 miles on them and I really don't have any complaints. Here we have our wonderful little display. And we've got the horn here. We've got our headlight button here. We have got 3 pedal assist modes. And they don't affect the top speed. The motor's capped out at 25 kilometers per hour. But they do affect the time it takes you to reach the top speed. With 75% being the fastest and 1 being the most battery efficient. The display can sometimes be difficult to read in direct sunlight, but with the incredible battery you rarely have to look at it anyway. On the right side of the handlebars we've got our throttle, and underneath the throttle we've got the 2 gear shifters. And the display is really nice. I quite like the display. Some people call it basic. I like it. It does what it needs to do. And a little headlight test. Very beamy. Looks like a heart shape. Now let's talk about one of the amazing standout features of this bike, and that's the folding mechanism. You can very easily fit this into the back of a car, and you could take it onto public transport. It's no bigger than a suitcase. The Fiido D11 weighs around 12.9 kilograms, making it one of the lightest e-bikes on the market. This is one of the things that blows my mind about this bike. It's one of the lightest, but it's also capable of doing 100 kilometers on a single charge. I don't think any other bike on the market at the moment is capable of doing that. Okay, we're almost at the end of the video now. I'm going to give you my final thoughts of the Fiido D11. The Fiido D11 comes in at around $999, depending on where you buy it from. And I'm going to say this is good value for money. Let's remember now that the D11, you're getting one of the lightest with the highest endurance as well. It's a double whammy. One other great feature that's not commonly found on other e-bikes is cruise control. If you hold the throttle for 5 seconds, it's going to lock that speed. If you tap the brakes, it will disengage. The folding feature is another big plus point, I think. I've only ridden 60 miles on this so far, but I'm pretty confident it's going to be a durable bike. It feels just as sturdy as my D2. Okay guys, I'm going to speak about the bad stuff because nothing is perfect. The first thing I'll say is the motor feels a bit on the weak side, and I've got a feeling that it's tuned this way so the bike can reach the 100 kilometer claim. You will reach top speed in all conditions, but you'll probably take a second longer getting there compared to another bike. Just pedal harder. You cannot adjust the steering height on this, I'm afraid. I think that might be due to Fiido keeping the folding mechanism streamlined. A good point was raised on my last video about the seat post. Unfortunately, there's no way to securely lock the seat post in. So when you chain this bike up, you might want to take the seat post with you. Thank you very much for watching my review of the Fiido D11. If you have any questions, please drop them down in the comments. If you're interested in grabbing one of these Fiido D11s, be sure to check out the geek buy-in links in the description. There should be a discount code in there that takes around £200 off the asking price. And as always, ride safe.